All right. I am live. Gonna give it a second to see who's gonna potentially pop on for the live. All right. All right, I'm gonna get started. Cindy here with Avalon Enchanted. For those of you that may be catching us for the first time, every week, typically on Thursdays, we'll pop on live on Facebook, and then we upload it onto YouTube. But every week, Tori and I take turns pulling some cards for the week and the energy surrounding the week. Typically, we do it ABC style, 1, 2, 3 style. Sometimes we'll post some cards maybe the day before, and you would select a card. And then based on whichever card you have chosen or number you have chosen, we will do a little reading for the week as far as, the upcoming energy surrounding the week, to help give you a little bit of guidance on the upcoming week. It's been a little while since I've been on here doing a live, probably about 3 or 4 weeks. I did have a death in the family. My grandma has passed. So this past few weeks have been a little bit up and down and a little bit rocky. So I am back, and I am happy to be back, and I'm excited to do this week's energy reading. So as far as this week, opportunity and change flew out. I'm going to leave that out because I feel like there's a theme to that, because I was actually just doing a little bit of reflecting before. I don't know if anybody else has had a very difficult February. I know myself personally, besides everything else that was going on, I felt like I was almost in hermit mode where I just needed to be alone. It was kind of like, everything was kind of on autopilot. And I feel like I'm starting to come out of that. And as I'm like doing a little bit of reflecting, just asking myself questions like, why did I go through that period where I felt a little bit disconnected, a little bit like I was a little all over the place and just needing that solitude to myself. And one of the things that kind of came up for me is I kind of needed that, because I feel like coming in March, energetically, just in general, but also for myself, I feel like March is going to be almost like I'm about to have that shift or that change where things will start feeling better. I'll start feeling more connected again. So I just thought it was funny that that opportunity and change card came out. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 cameras here. All right, so let's get to this week's energy reading. So it's going to be for today, Thursday. See what I mean? All my days I like mix them together. It's going to be for today, Thursday, February 27th through Wednesday, March 5th already. Thank God, though. I cannot wait for March. All right. So like I said before, we're going to do it 1, 2, or 3 style. So I want you to pick 1, 2, or 3. You can take a minute. And if you're popping on, feel free to say hi and comment. If you're watching the replay, please comment #replay. And then other than that, we are going to get started. Why do I feel like I'm missing the deck? All right, so we're going to start with 1. All right, first card to come out is Strength. Page of Swords. And the Hermit. It's funny sometimes how things come out. All right. So for those of you that chose one, so we have Strength, Page of Swords, and the Hermit. All right. So the feeling I'm getting off of these three cards right now, as it were, would pertain to you guys that chose one. It's almost like you need to start gathering the strength now, whether it be if you need to take some rest, or just like what I was talking about before, how I felt like in February, besides everything else going on, I just felt like I needed solitude and just to be alone. I feel like, if you chose one, you are also, starting to, kind of, you need to start taking that time for yourself, that rest for yourself, okay? Because you need to start building your strength for something. If it is something that you already know what you're trying to accomplish, but it is the time for you guys that chose one to start gathering that inner strength. I'm feeling it's more inner strength rather than like that physical strength. But you want to start collecting yourself now and really taking this time for yourself now to start kind of, I don't know, I see somebody like pumping weights. I don't know. I don't work out, so I don't know what that means, but like more, not physically, more mentally. So this next week, really start taking care of yourself and building that, that mental strength, that spiritual strength, because with the Page of Swords, something is starting to come in for you. Okay. Whether it be a new idea, something that you are thinking about wanting to pursue, it's slowly starting to come in, but you're going to need all your ammo, all of your reserves to be kind of like there for when this Page of Swords comes in for you, to be able to pursue it. You also have the Hermit too. So you have Strength, Page of Swords, and the Hermit. So with the Hermit, again, it's all about, like I said before, I needed to do some inner reflection. Okay. It's time to really start taking a look at things, less the outside world, more of the inside world, whatever is in your heart, whatever it is in your mind right now, really thinking about what it is that you want for yourself and what you're trying to achieve for yourself. Because I almost feel too like sometimes we don't know how to do it for ourselves. So you're going to need to take that time not only to start building that strength within you, but also do some inner reflection, because that inner reflection is going to kind of help you pave the path and kind of tell you how to move forward in whatever it is that you're trying to pursue for yourself. So I have decrease and intuition and manifestation. Okay. So as far as the decrease, okay, like I said, you need to start building your strength up. Okay. So decreasing that which kind of either makes you tired, whether it kind of makes your mind go all over the place. So decrease the things that aren't good for you, and really focus more on what helps you. Okay. So getting rid of all the excess baggage that you don't need to carry, and really just start focusing solely on building your own strength and being able to look within with that Hermit. You also have intuition and manifestation. Okay. So like I was saying with the Page of Swords, something is trying to come in, whether it's creatively, job, anything like that. You need to start building your strength to be able to be ready for when that, idea comes in, to be able to follow that. Okay. As far as, this intuition and manifestation card, okay, you need to make sure that you are following your gut instinct, following what feels right. Okay. Because I know sometimes we talk ourselves out of it in our own head. So if you feel like, you should be moving in one direction, don't talk yourself out of it. And that's with that strength card too. Finding the strength in yourself to, it's either stand up for yourself or stand up in with what you believe in, but making sure that you are following your own intuition and start bringing that in, manifesting it. Okay. What is it that you want to bring into your current present right now. I'm going to pull a couple more cards. Have the Page of Cups and the Sun. All right, so with the Page of Cups, okay, so with the Page of Cups coming in, it's coming right underneath that Strength card too, okay. So the Page of Cups is kind of like, I like to call it the when pigs fly card, because when the Page of Cups, Page of Cups, I can't talk today. See what I mean? I've been all over the place. When the Page of Cups usually comes up in a reading, to me, it's like not having that belief in yourself, the belief that you can do it. It's almost like, that will never happen for me. But it came right underneath that Strength card. So again, the very first card of this reading for you guys that chose one is that Strength, okay? So finding that strength within yourself to be able to push forward, all right? And then we have the Sun, all right? So again, just that believing in yourself, because the Sun to me is like that yes card, okay? So you're going to be able to fulfill whatever it is that you want to fulfill. You just need to make sure that as it's starting to come in, you're following your instinct, your gut, your intuition, all right? Again, with that Hermit card, really taking some time to reflect and go into your own inner world, because that's where you're going to get the answers to. Because sometimes when we're trying to pursue something, it almost feels like we don't have the answers, or it almost feels like we don't know how we're going to do it. But by going within in those quiet moments, as you're, getting yourself grounded into the present moment, that's when those answers are going to come in for you. All right, so we are going to move on to those of you who chose 2. And, that first card that came flying out when I was just randomly playing that opportunity and change, I feel like that is just the energy surrounding this week. A lot of things opening up for us, but if we're going to take that opportunity, we are going to have to either make some changes or allow those changes to come in. And again, it's February going into March. And again, I just have that, when you just have that feeling like the energy of February is starting to kind of wane out. And it's time to start bringing in that March energy, which is going to be a big change. All right, so we are going to go with those who chose 2. All right, we have the 7 of Swords. Always gotta love the 7 of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. All right, so 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. All right, so with the 7 of Swords coming in, I'm feeling with the energy surrounding this upcoming week, I almost feel like if you chose 2, that you almost have to watch your back a little bit, okay? Whether it be self-sabotage, whether it be, surrounding yourself with either people or situations that just aren't the best for you. I just feel like, as you're going into this next week, just be very mindful and just keep your eyes open to any situations that don't feel right, that don't feel like it's in alignment. If it feels a little bit off, really trust yourself, because with this 7 of Swords coming in with the 9 of Pentacles, I'm kind of feeling whatever it is that this kind of like sneaky bastard over here, something is trying to get in the way of you building your security, building your stability, whether it be financially, whether it be home life, just building whatever it is that you've built for yourself right now. I feel like either something is going to come along and try to rattle that a little bit. Okay. And again, I also feel too that sometimes we can self-sabotage ourselves. So if we are, everything's going along great, you feel like you're starting to build momentum, sometimes you can get into your own head and kind of rattle things a little bit. All right. So, as far as this week is concerned, just keep your eyes open with those things that don't feel right. Okay. Because with the Nine of Pentacles coming in, whatever you have been building to kind of really get your stability, something's going to come in to shake that. And it doesn't have to shake it. You just have to keep your eyes open for those things that you feel are not right. You have the Page of Wands. All right. So with the Page of Wands coming in for you guys, it's I'm here like it's that ray of hope. Okay. It's that thing that makes you almost smile or feel alive again. That's what I'm feeling with you guys as far as the Page of Wands is concerned in this particular reading. So if something does come along to throw you off your game, just remember why it is you're doing what you're doing, because it makes you feel alive. It makes you feel happy. It makes you feel fulfilled. So don't let this Seven of Swords kind of rattle you a little bit. Okay. Keep on pushing forward and remember why it is you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. All right. Let's get a couple more cards for two. Just too many cards. All right, we have new beginnings. And deception, which makes sense. All right, so let's talk about the deception card first, right here. Okay, so Seven of Swords, deception, that's kind of going hand in hand. Okay, so for some of you, it's going to be a particular person that is trying to throw you off your game, or it could just be, again, a situation. It could be a little bit of you're deceiving yourself a little bit. But with the new beginnings, again, with this kind of falls in line with the Page of Wands. Okay. So remember why you began whatever it is that you have begun. It could be anything, any type of new beginning, anything new that is starting to take off a little bit. Okay. Don't let this Seven of Swords kind of throw you off your game. Do a couple more cards for two. All right. We have the Tower. And the Knight of Cups. All right. So more in line with that Seven of Swords. Okay. So when that Seven of Swords does come in, you feel like the rug's been completely pulled out from underneath you. Like we say, that Tower card moment. It's almost when things get flipped upside down and what you thought was isn't anymore. All right. So I'm feeling like whatever is coming in with this Seven of Swords, it's going to rock you a little bit. All right. But that rockiness is to shake away the things that, to let those things fall off that aren't needed, that aren't, what's the word? It's going to get all the crap out of the way. This way you can just focus on that Page of Wands. But with the Knight of Cups too, I'm also feeling like you need to be kind to yourself. Not only be kind to yourself, but allow others to be kind to you. So I know sometimes when we're having a hard time with something, it's very hard for us to accept help from others. So just allowing that in from others, allow them to help you, allow them to make you feel either special or just, like you can do it. But just really open yourself up to allowing more, I'm going to sound corny, but allowing more love in for you. All right. Okay, we're going to move on to 3. All right, what do we have for 3? we have the Six of Cups. You guys got the Page of Wands too. You want to come out. And the Two of Wands. All right, so if you chose 3, Six of Cups. All right. Page of Wands and Two of Wands. All right, so I am feeling a little bit with this Six of Cups. I don't want to say you've been doing some reflecting on the past, but you might, I'm almost feeling like you've been taking a look at the past and almost like, I don't know, I see somebody like cataloging stuff, like kind of taking record of what worked, what didn't work, what you did, what you should have done instead. So, if you're feeling like you are really reflecting on the past a lot lately and kind of either replaying mistakes, replaying what you could have done, this week you may start doing a lot of that. With the Page of Wands coming in for you guys, with that card coming up, I'm almost feeling like typically I would say, I always say don't dwell on the past, but for you guys that chose 3, I'm almost feeling like it is needed for you right now to take a look at your past. Don't dwell on it, but take it more as a look how far I've come. Look at all the things that I have accomplished. And if there's something in the past that you wish you would have done differently, rather than kind of like beating yourself up about how you should have done something, take a look more about all the lessons that you've learned because you went through that situation. Okay. With that Two of Wands too, that is, again, not dwelling on that past mistake, that past shoulda, coulda, woulda. But taking it as, what have I learned from this? Some of us too, when we go through experiences in our life, especially in our past, sometimes it can help others. So rather than taking it as, I had to deal with that, that was horrible, like I don't understand why, if somebody comes along in a similar situation, you can help that person because you've had some shared experiences, you went through some things and you've learned from it. So how can you help this other person that's come into your life and kind of help them through the same situation and maybe help them have an easier time getting through it, and being that support person. All right, so as far as you guys that chose 3, that was a weird noise out there. It's okay to kind of reflect a little bit on the past, but don't get stuck in it and don't dwell on it, and just see what comes out of it. See what you've learned from it. Okay. How can what you've learned in the past help you move forward in the future, as well as help others? Okay. Because I'm really feeling it's about helping others through those situations. Let's do a couple more cards for 3. We have the Angels of the 4 Directions. And Courage. All right. So, Angels of the 4 Directions. Okay. And Courage. All right. So, as far as the Angels of the 4 Directions. So, calling in, I don't want to say protection, but calling in specifically Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. Okay. So as you're doing this reflection, I'm almost feeling like calling in those 4 archangels to kind of to hold the space for you as you're doing this reflection. Okay. Because it's very, very easy when you're reflecting on the past, again, to get stuck in that shoulda, coulda, woulda. So having that place where you feel like, I'm going to reflect on the past, but I'm not going to dwell on it, and just calling in, those angels to help support you. And I'm even feeling like some of it may be healing work or shadow work or anything like that, but just calling in that extra support. All right. And as far as courage, okay, again, I feel the courage falls more in line of taking whatever happened in the past and rather than replaying it, using it as a catalyst forward for the present and the future. Okay. Not getting stuck in the past, but learning. Number 3, but learning from the past in order to help yourself move forward. Or I'm feeling for some of you too, it's in order to help others move forward. Do a couple more cards. 4, 3. All right, we have the 9 of Cups. And the 8 of Swords. Yeah, 8 of Swords. All right, 9 of Cups. And 8 of Swords. So I feel like these 2 cards are kind of like what the outcome could be when it comes to the 6 of Cups. All right. So as you're doing that reflecting, as you're delving into the past a little bit, learning from it, healing from it, if you do it the right, I don't even want to say do it the right way, but if you are able to, really take that as a positive experience, even if the past was a negative experience, changing it into that positive, like what have I learned? I feel like with this 9 of Cups, it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you move forward. And I keep on hearing it's going to help others too. So some of you guys that chose 3, you're really going to be helping somebody in the near future, okay, with your past experiences. All right. But if you can't get through that 6 of Cups and that kind of that past reflection, you can really. Didn't these cards come up when we were talking the other day? Yes, I believe so. So as you're doing your past reflecting a little bit, if you're unable, if you get stuck a little bit in that past, it's kind of gonna it's gonna tie you up a little bit. All right. I feel like some of you are gonna get stuck too long reflecting on the past because you're going to dwell on it a little bit. Okay. You're going to, rather than taking it as, again, like I was saying that, okay, that happened, but this is what I learned from it. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Some of you, might really get stuck in that, that not even sabotage, in that, self-deprecation, is that the word I want to use? But it just continuing to beat yourself up. But then this is where the courage card comes in. So you have to have that courage to tell yourself that was in the past. I am not going to do it again. I am not going to get caught up on that. And I'm not going to allow myself to beat myself up over something that I cannot change, because you cannot change the past. So pulling yourself out of that right away and really focusing on what it is that you learned in order to help yourself move forward. Okay. So with that 8 of Cups, it's all about getting that courage not to fall into that past and stay in the past. Because if you can reflect on that past, and take it as that experience, you have the 9 of Cups. Okay. You're going to feel better about the situation, and really recognize that, maybe you had to go through some of those things in the past to bring you where you are today. And I keep on hearing, and to help somebody else. Okay. All right. Well, that is what I have for you guys this week. I hope it was helpful. Again, it's very, very nice to be back. Like I said before, I've been in hermit mode a little bit. But I am back. Tori will be with you guys next Thursday, and I am back to my regular scheduled program. If anyone is watching, I know I got a lot of kind words regarding the post about my grandma. So thank you all who have reached out to me. And yeah, if everybody can just send her some positive vibes as she's making her transition to the other side, it would be greatly appreciated. And I hope you have a great night. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. You'll see Tori next week. Hey, Lisa, how are you? All right, have a great day. And then again, if you're watching the replay, please comment #replay. Talk to you later. Bye.